Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get the proceedings started in about 5 minutes' time. So we ask those of you around the corner and standing at the back, if you'd like to take a seat, we will be getting things underway in a little less than 5 minutes. All right, we're just 2 minutes away from getting things going and making sure everybody in the back can hear as well. If you'd like to grab a seat, please do so now before we launch today's festivities.
Confederate Kakusam cover. They're in deep stretch, and it's my show. Here's Confederate with a relentless rally from the backfield. Confederate comes after It's My Show. It's My Show's almost there. A late push from Confederate. It's My Show wins the big show in 147 and 4, the Pepsi North America Cup.
147 and 4, the final time for Scotty Money, and It's My Show.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park for today, the post-position draw for the 41st Pepsi North America Cup. My name is Mark McKelvey. It's my great honor to host today's festivities as we get set for Canada's race. It is the Pepsi North America Cup, edition number 41, coming up this Saturday night, June 15th, right here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Well, 40 years of history of this race has already gone by, and last year as we celebrated that 40th edition, I remember standing here and talking about past winners and some of the great performances we have seen over the years. This year I thought, well, what do I have to offer this time? Well, I thought, how about a couple of stats? And when you have a race with this much history now, you might wonder, how do favorites perform? 17 out of 40 favorites have won. I bring that up because I'm not sure who will be the favorite this Saturday night. I'd have to say I think it's one of the most competitive Pepsi North America Cups we've seen in quite some time. Really looking forward to what will be a fantastic race, all for a purse of $1 million. Thanks to everybody that is joining us here today, to all the connections. Best of luck here this afternoon with the post-position draw. For those of you that are tuning in, welcome. Thanks for coming to our website, woodbinemohawkpark.com, or following along on our various social channels. Looking forward to seeing how things are going to shape out. So how this afternoon is going to run, very simple. We're going to get to the post-position draw very soon because we know that's what a lot of you are waiting for very anxiously. I can see the look on the connections faces. You just want to know. We appreciate you joining us at 5 p.m. We moved the time back a little bit, but we're all systems go for what will be a great night on Saturday night. In just a couple of moments, I'll call up a special dignitary to offer some welcome remarks. But first of all, I do want to let everyone know that this Saturday night, doors will open here at Woodbine Mohawk Park at 4 p.m. Live racing will begin at 6:30. We do have a pre-race concert that's going to get underway at 5 p.m. with Robin Ottolini, so make sure you're in attendance for that. The big race itself will go as race number 11, post time around 10:40 p.m. But as I mentioned, it's time to welcome to the stage our CEO here at Woodbine Entertainment. Please welcome Mr. Michael Copeland.
Thanks, everybody. I'd like to welcome all of the owners and trainers and drivers and connections here to Woodbine Mohawk Park for the 41st running of the Pepsi North America Cup. It's an incredible night of racing for the entire racing community. And here in Southern Ontario, we're very proud to be the host once again this year. We have so many terrific sponsors and partners that support us here, and I'd really like to thank Pepsi for their continuing support and contribution. Pepsi's been a signature partner of ours since 2001, and certainly we couldn't put this race on the way we do without their support, so thank you to Pepsi. I'd also like to thank COSA. We have a new 3-year agreement with COSA, and we look forward to continuing what has been a terrific relationship as we collaborate on making standardbred racing here in Ontario strong and even stronger as we go forward into the future. Standardbred racing is the best in North America right here at Woodbine Mohawk Park, and the reason we're able to do that is because of the lucrative purses that support our stakes program, many of the incredible stakes you're going to see on Saturday evening. And the reason we're able to do that is because of the support we get from our owners and our trainers. And we very much appreciate your commitment and support to Woodbine Mohawk Park and standardbred racing here in Southern Ontario. Thank you. I look forward to a terrific night of racing on Saturday night. This is a signature race on the North American calendar, certainly one of the premier races here at Woodbine Mohawk Park, and I wish you all the very best of luck, and not only in the race but in the draw soon to come. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike. And again, I think we have to offer up a big thank you to all the industry stakeholders that sponsor and support our events throughout the season. We're at a fun time of the year as we roll into the stakes season. It kicks off this Saturday night with our first major event, but when you look ahead to Labor Day weekend, the Canadian Pacing Derby, the Maple Leaf Trot, how about later in September, the Mohawk Million? Not just that race, but the Metro Pace also going for a purse of $1 million. So we will have $3 million events here at Woodbine Mohawk Park in 2024, the first of which comes up this Saturday night. All right, it's time to get down to business. I don't think we need to linger on talking about stats and facts. I think it's time to take a look back at what we saw this past Saturday night. 26 horses were entered into the eliminations for the Pepsi North America Cup. That meant we had 3 divisions. You had to be top 3 to make sure you were advancing to the final. 1 fourth-place finisher drawn by lot also moves on to make it a field of 10. Let's take a look back at last Saturday's eliminations.
Stretch now for Jameson, and Captain's Quarters finds the front in deep stretch in the first Pepsi North America Cup elimination. The trip was pretty, and the end result was sweet for Captain's Quarters from second over. He scores in 1:49.1. Trying to power up alongside of Legendary Hanover. Fun Time by Emma, reaching the racetrack late. Fun Time by Emma. Fun Time by Emma reaches up, picks off Legendary Hanover right at the line in 1:50.1. Nijinsky flips off that second override he was treated to, and he brushes his way to the front now. Nijinsky on that lead. Storm Shadow trying to play spoiler, but it's Nijinsky. Nijinsky wins. Storm Shadow a good second. Third outside was Total Stranger in 1:50.2.
And proved it here again tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about that.
Oh, we got some stuff to talk about here, Randy. I mean, first off, Total Stranger and Yannick.
So 3 eliminations always makes for some action-packed contests. As you could see right there, Mother Nature wasn't necessarily on our side on Saturday night, but fingers crossed and looking at the long range, we will be good this Saturday night. I'm going to throw out this stat because I don't believe in jinxes. There's been 40 editions of the North America Cup, and all 40 have been raced on a fast track. We're going to make that 41 this Saturday night. But as you saw right there, 3 eliminations, 10 horses moving on to Saturday's contest. Let's meet the field. We start with Captain Albano, a runner-up in his elimination. He's been a top dog in this group since debuting and will look to give his trainer Noel Daly and driver Todd McCarthy another Cup win after winning 2 years ago with Pebble Beach. Captain Luke is up next, and this son of 2013 Cup winner Captain Treacherous just keeps showing up in the big races. He was 3rd on Saturday. Driver Scott Zeron looks to go back-to-back in the Cup, while trainer Tony Alanya looks for his 2nd win in this classic event. Captain's Quarters was an impressive elimination winner. The well-managed Herb Holland trainee won last year's Metro Pace. Driver Jody Jameson is a big money performer and will look to win his 3rd Pepsi North America Cup. Fun Time by Emma is hoping to turn the clock back to 1988. Biama Farms and East Filion won that year with Runnymede Lobel, while young Sylvan Filion watched from the side. Now Sylvan is going to the Canadian Hall of Fame this summer and goes for his first Cup win with this elim winner. Ivy Park goes for the formidable duo of trainer Nancy Tactor and driver Yannick Gingras. They teamed to win the 2020 NA Cup with Tall Dark Stranger. Ivy Park finished 3rd in his elim to make the final. Janelle Guarani will have a big cheering section on Saturday night. Nick and Betty Clegg sent their prize student up from the Buckeye State. Racing here for father-son duo of Ron and Brett McDonald. It'll be a big moment for all involved. O'Brien Award winner Legendary Hanover promises to be a major factor on Saturday. A narrow runner-up in his elim, Legendary is the fastest in the field and has the nation's top driver, James McDonald, in the bike. Coming from the same barn, Nijinsky has been the breakout performer so far this season. After winning just once at age 2, Nijinsky is undefeated in 4 starts this season. Louis-Philippe Roy will be in the bike. Trainer Dr. Ian Moore, he's heading to the Canadian Horse Racing Hall of Fame this summer, but before that he's looking for a Cup victory with Storm Shadow, who was a good 2nd place finisher on Saturday night. Bob McClure will look for another $1 million moment. And finally, when your big brother is 2020 NA Cup winner Tall Dark Stranger, you've got a lot to live up to, and that's the Shadow that Total Stranger races in. Filled with speed, he's the 2nd entrant for top trainer Nancy Tactor. So there are the 10 horses that will be competing in Saturday's Pepsi North America Cup. Like I said, I think this is one of the most competitive editions we've seen in quite some time. I thought last year's group was fairly deep. It's My Show got the victory over a closing Confederate. Obviously, they went on to have great success. Who will be the 41st Pepsi North America Cup winner? And when you win a race like this, it certainly sets you up for a bright future. Many of the past champions have gone on to the Harness Racing Hall of Fame. It's going to be a fun race this Saturday night. So it's time to draw the post positions for this year's Pepsi North America Cup. Time to call up our racing secretary, Mr. Tony O'Sullivan. And Tony, we do have to remind everybody that just like last year, elimination winners are guaranteed posts 2 through 6. So we will do that draw right off the hop. I'm going to move over to the stage here with the nice setup along with Tony. It's on the fly, live television. Okay, we've got the elim winners here. Captain's Quarters, Fun Time by Emma, and Nijinsky. My man Ernie's going to come up and get the microphone situation all figured out. We were getting pretty ambitious trying to have 2 mics on the go. All right, I've got the 3 names in here. You're going to put balls 2 through 6 in. Round of applause. Oh, Ernie. Round of applause. There we go. All right, great job. I thought you were messing with me again. Okay. Now the 3 names are in. I know my colleagues are going to have a good laugh at that. We've got 2 through 6 in the bucket. Captain's Quarters is first one out. Post position number 5 for Captain's Quarters, trained by Herb Hall and Jody Jamieson, will drive. And Captain's Quarters, very impressive in his elimination. He's got a career best of 149-1. He's won 4 of 8 starts. And Jody Jamieson, as mentioned when we met the field, going for his 3rd Pepsi North America Cup. Fun Time by Emma is next. Post position number 6 for Fun Time by Emma, for Emma Farms, East Filion. Trainer Richard Moreau, driver Sylvain Filion in attendance. We'll catch up with Sylvain in a little bit. An impressive elimination winner as well. He has been red hot to start his 3-year-old campaign. Nijinsky. Post position number 4 for Nijinsky, for trainer Tony Beaton. Louis-Philippe Waugh will drive. So you see it right there. 4, 5, 6 for the elim winners, as Nijinsky has started off this year undefeated. As I mentioned, he only won once in 2023 as a 2-year-old. All right, we got those 3 out of the way. Time to put the others here into the box. 7 more horses to find out where they're going to start in Saturday's $1 million race. Janelle Granny is first one out. Post position number 10 for Janelle Granny. As I mentioned, this horse, the pride of the Buckeye State, coming up for the Clags from Ohio, racing for Brett McDonald and his father Ron. This will be their debut in the Pepsi North America Cup. Was the 4th place finisher that drew in. Captain Luke. Post position number 3 for Captain Luke. Here's a horse last year just kept showing up in the big races, including the Metro Pace. Went on to win the Governor's Cup to cap off his 2-year-old season. Captain Luke the other night finished 3rd in his elimination to move on to the final. Scott Zeron will be in the bike for trainer Tony Alanya. Zeron trying to go back-to-back in the Cup and trying to get his 3rd overall. Ivy Park is out next. Post position number 7 for Ivy Park, who is 1 of 2 for trainer Nancy Tactor. She's looking for her 3rd Pepsi North America Cup title as well. Yannick Gingras did the driving. He got both of the Tactor trainees into the final. He'll have a decision to make whether he'll drive Ivy Park or Total Stranger, who we still wait to see where that one will land. Storm Shadow is out next. Post position number 1 for the Doc Moore trainee, Storm Shadow. Bob McClure will drive. Bob had his biggest moment winning the Hambletonian several years ago with Forbidden Trade, so he knows about winning $1 million races. And this team of Bob McClure and trainer Dr. Ian Moore, they combined to finish second in the 2020 edition with Tattoo Artist. We got 2 there, so we'll put those back in. That way we're making sure everything's good. Legendary Hanover is next. Post position number 8 for Legendary Hanover. He was the O'Brien Award winner last year as a top 2-year-old pacing colt here in Canada. James McDonald drives for trainer Tony Beaton. Legendary Hanover finished second in his elimination. Here's Total Stranger next. Post position number 9 for Total Stranger. He is a brother to 2020 NA Cup winner Tall Dark Stranger, who had a remarkable career. He won the COVID-delayed Pepsi North America Cup at the end of the summer that year. And now little brother trying to live up to the hype that Tall Dark Stranger definitely puts on. He was a $425,000 yearling purchase. And Captain Albano is next. Post position number 2 for Captain Albano. As I mentioned when we were meeting the field, he was the top 2-year-old pacing colt south of the border last year. Last week was his first trip here to Woodbine Mohawk Park. He did finish second in his elimination. Todd McCarthy drives for trainer Noel Daly, and they teamed up to win the 2022 NA Cup with Pebble Beach. So there you have it. That's the field of 10. That's where everybody is going to start this Saturday night in the $1 million race. Tony, thanks so much. And it is time now to maybe get some initial reaction from some of the drivers that are in attendance here this evening. So first of all, I'd like to call up driver Jody Jameson, who will sit behind captain's quarters. Jody looking to capture some NA Cup magic once again. You've won this race twice before. What's this race mean to you?
Well, I was just thinking as you're drawing the posts there, how many times that I've actually been here to experience it, and it just never gets old. Like, anytime you get a chance to, I didn't even know, you guys used to hand out a packet there. It said how many times you've been in the race, and like when I was a kid, John Campbell was the one winning all the North America Cups. Now I see kids like Scott Zeron is he's going for his 3rd one. I mean, I've won it twice. Like, you just think of how blessed we are to be in harness racing, and sort of what harness racing's done for all of us to get this far. But and it continues this year with a horse like Captain's Quarters. I mean, he's just an amazing animal. I see Brad Grant back there, so I want to stop short by saying he's the greatest horse that I ever drove, but he's pretty dang nice.
He has been very impressive, won the Metro Pace last year, a good winner in his elimination. Talk about how the elimination went. He'd suffered a loss in the start before, but he bounced back beautifully.
Yeah, I mean, horses get beat, and you know, even great horses get beat, but you know, he bounced back. Herb and Carolyn have him just like on his toes, and I expect him to be maybe even a touch better this week, and makes it all that more exciting for sure.
All right, Jody, we'll wish you the best of luck, and I can let you know we don't print those packets anymore. They're online. It's 2024. Thank you so much, Jody Jameson. Best of luck to Team Captain's Quarters. Trainer Herb Holland in attendance as well. Good to see them. Next up, I would like to call someone a little younger, I guess. James McDonald is going to come on up. He is our leading driver here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. I'm just kidding, Jody. If I didn't fire the shots at Jody, he would fire them at me, right? So you know all about that.
Yes, he definitely will be. Some will be taking jabs for sure.
Has the mind game started yet? This year we've got several local drivers in the race. You guys are going to race against each other tonight and through to Saturday night. So is there a little bit of the mind games? Are you trying to get inside each other's heads?
Not really, no. There was an empty spot at his table, and I was sitting by myself. He said, "You can come sit over here." I said, "Not this week, Jody."
James McDonald drives Legendary Hanover. He had an incredible 2-year-old campaign, won the O'Brien Award this year. Started off real good, just got picked off one time by Emma, got by him in the elimination. But what was your opinion of how he raced, finishing second in the Cup of Limb?
I think it's just kind of what you've been preaching since you got up here. It's such a deep field of horses. There's looks like usually there's 2 or 3 that can probably legitimately win, and this year it looks like there's probably 8 or 9. So it's unbelievable field. It's so deep. Sylvain got a great trip, drove his horse great last week, and just nailed me right at the wire. But we're going to be looking to flip the switch this week and get all the money. So hopefully the weather cooperates, the trip cooperates, and the horse, I know he's going to be ready to fire on all cylinders.
You guys are going to start from post position number 8. This will be now your 5th time in the Pepsi North America Cup. How do those previous experiences help you going into Saturday?
I think it might have been you that told me last year that the last person to finish 10th 2 years in a row was Paul McDonnell, and then he came out and won it the next year. So we're hoping history repeats itself this time, and because I got the 2 10s down, now we just got to get the W.
All right, well, you brought it up. Best of luck come Saturday night, James.
Thank you very much.
All right, and there's one other participant I'd like to catch up with right now. That is Sylvain Filion. And Sylvain, along with trainer Dr. Ian Moore, who's in attendance as well, they'll be heading to the Canadian Horse Racing Hall of Fame as part of the 2024 class, so congratulations to them. Sylvain, I was mentioning it, 1988, Runnymede Lobel won the North America Cup. I saw a great photo in Trot Magazine recently, you in the winner's circle, a young Sylvain Filion. What was that night like?
Well, that was amazing. All the family was there, and we were so anxious. It was unbelievable. He was favorite, and he won, so that was good.
Now we skip ahead to 2024, and Fun Time by Amma. Boy, he's been a treat to watch so far. He won last year several races and kind of made a quick statement that he was going to be a lot to handle for this division, and he's come back beautifully. How have you felt about the season so far?
Well, he's been pretty good the whole year, and, well, we just started anyway, but, I mean, he's good and strong, and hopefully he'll be good this Saturday. If he's as good as I think he is, we have a good shot.
Looking ahead to Saturday, you see the draw right now. I know you'll need a little more time to kind of digest and see how things shake out, but you've got post position number 6, and that is the winningest post position here at Woodbine Mohawk Park, so maybe that's a good omen.
I don't mind post 6. I agree with that. It's a good post for him.
All right, Sylvain, best of luck on Saturday with Fun Time by Amma.
Thank you very much.
All right, Sylvain Filion. Well, like we said, we were going to get down to business very quick, and we've got the draw now out of the way. For those of you in attendance, we're going to head on upstairs here in just a couple of minutes to the Harvest Kitchen to enjoy a great meal prepared by our wonderful hospitality crew here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. But before we do wrap things up, there are several important notes that I would like to pass along. As I mentioned earlier, doors are going to open this Saturday night at 4 p.m. Free admission, free parking. Tell your family, tell your friends. It's going to be a wonderful night. We're already off to a great start this summer here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. We had a packed house on our fireworks and family about a month ago, and it's going to be a big crowd here Saturday night. A lot of noise. We're going to have a pre-concert at with Robin Ottolini, so you do not want to miss that. The posters are up around the facility here, so make sure you make note of that. I haven't told the drivers yet, but they are going to be participating in a driver's autograph session at 5:45, so guys, please put that into your phones. 5:45, you can meet the drivers. We are going to have poster cards there that you can get signed by all the participants. Kind of add that to your collector's memorabilia. As well, coming up on Saturday, I know my man Tony Elliott will be very upset if I don't mention all the various wagering opportunities. We've got two $100,000 guaranteed pick 5s, the early pick 5 in race 1, and then an all-stakes pick 5, which will cap off on race 11, the Pepsi North America Cup. The stakes on the undercard, you've got the Roses Are Red for the pacing mares. That's going to be a great tilt. You've also got the Fan Hanover, which is kind of the counterpart to the NA Cup. That's for the 3-year-old pacing fillies. The Good Times, the Armbro Flight, and the Mohawk Gold Cup Invitational. It's going to be a stacked card, and at the end of the night, I didn't forget about this one for the wagering guys, we've got a mandatory payout in race number 12 with an overflow field of 12 pacers going behind the gate. If you cannot be with us on track, we've got many options for you to consume Saturday night's action. You can catch our simulcast, which will be coming up on the air at 5:30 with a special 1-hour pregame show, as you can join Chad Rosema, Randy Waples, and John Rallis. As well, we're going to have a network-style live stream on our YouTube channel and on our Woodbine Mohawk Park Facebook page. That's going to get underway, a special 1-hour broadcast at 10 p.m. from 10 to 11 with myself, Greg Blanchard, and Alana Nolan. I also see we have Britt Graham here from Down Under, as Lindsay Bax introduced us just prior to the draw. She is here with Sky Racing, and will likely be hopping on our simulcast to do a few hits. So thanks so much for making the trip. You definitely win the award for having traveled the furthest. Lastly, I just want to let everybody know that this is Cup number 41, and I have a good feeling it's going to be one of the best we've ever seen. So to all the participants, best of luck, best of racing luck. We look forward to what will be a great show this Saturday night. All right, so now that the live stream crowd is down, for those in attendance, head on up the escalator. We're going to be serving dinner in just a few moments. It's a wonderful chicken and rib meal, I do believe. For the drivers in attendance and any of the trainers, if you could please come up to the stage. We have a few media requests for you, as we'll try to get some photos with the trophy and just get everybody coordinated for those that might be looking for interviews. Thanks so much.